What if Honda's most shocking move for 2026 isn't a sedan, isn't a facelift, and isn't even something anyone expected from the legend name at all? What if it's this, a bold, futuristic, full-size Honda Legend SUV that looks less like a routine model update and more like a warning to the entire premium SUV segment that the future has officially arrived? You're watching the Car Analyst, where we do not just read specs off a screen. We break down what a vehicle means, why it matters, and what most people miss the first time they see it. And trust me, this one has details that completely change how you look at Honda's next chapter. Because the moment this SUV appears on screen, you can already feel that this is not trying to behave like an ordinary family crossover. The old formula is gone. Traditional SUVs used to rely on size alone to create presence. Big grille, boxy stance, maybe some chrome, and that was enough. But this new 2026 to 27 Honda Legend SUV comes in with a very different attitude. It looks sculpted, calculated, and future-ready. The front end is the first thing that gives it away. That full-width lighting signature immediately sets the tone. It is clean, horizontal, sharp, and unmistakably modern. Instead of looking decorative, it feels intentional, like it has been designed to give the SUV a digital face, almost as if the vehicle is awake before the engine even starts. Then your eyes drop lower, and you notice the layered front fascia, the tighter surfacing, the stronger shoulders, and the way the body lines are pulled across the sides with confidence rather than excess. That is such an important difference, because this SUV does not scream for attention in a cheap way. It earns it. It has the kind of road presence that comes from proportion. The hood sits high enough to feel commanding, but not so high that it becomes heavy or awkward. The side profile carries that premium long body stance, and the wheels complete the message. Large, dark finish alloys give it that upscale performance look, while the body kit and lower trim details suggest this is not just about comfort. Honda seems to be telling us this SUV is supposed to move with authority too. And the rear design might be the part that really seals the identity. Full-width taillight bars are everywhere now, but here it actually feels right. It stretches the car visually, gives it a planted look, and creates that upscale nighttime signature that modern buyers instantly associate with high-end design. But what makes it work is the balance. Nothing looks overdone. The shape remains clean. The surfaces remain confident. The result is a vehicle that does something a lot of modern SUVs fail to do. It feels premium without looking confused. Now this is where it gets even more interesting, because the exterior is only the beginning. Step inside and suddenly this stops feeling like a bold Honda and starts feeling like a statement piece. The cabin transformation is massive. If older SUVs were about stuffing in screens and calling it futuristic, this one seems to understand that true luxury is about how technology blends into the environment. The dashboard appears wide, calm, and beautifully layered. That long digital display stretches across the front in a way that immediately changes the atmosphere. It does not just show information, it creates theater, and that is the key word here, theater. Because when you combine the panoramic glass, the flowing dashboard trim, the rich leather tones, the ambient lighting, and the clean center console, the cabin starts to feel less like transportation and more like an experience you look forward to. There is a warmth to it. A lot of futuristic interiors end up feeling cold and sterile. This doesn't. It looks like it still understands comfort. The quilted seats, the layered materials, the soft touch surfaces, the way everything wraps around the driver without isolating the passengers, it suggests a cabin that is premium in a human way. You can also sense that Honda is thinking bigger than just luxury here. This looks like a digital environment designed for daily life. The screen layout appears ready for split functions, navigation on one side, media and vehicle systems on the other, maybe even predictive AI assistance that learns your routes, preferences, climate habits, seating position, and charging or fuel patterns depending on the powertrain. And that matters because the future of premium SUVs is no longer just leather and horsepower, it is intelligence. It is the feeling that the vehicle is not simply responding to commands, but anticipating what you need before you ask. Imagine getting in on a cold morning and the cabin already knows your preferred temperature, your route to work, the traffic situation, and whether you need a quieter drive mode or a more responsive one. Imagine over-the-air updates that do more than fix software bugs. Imagine a system that improves voice recognition, adds smarter navigation layers, enhances driver assistance behavior, and keeps the vehicle feeling current long after delivery day. That is the kind of next-generation identity this Legend SUV seems to be moving toward. Not just connected, but evolving. And yes, we need to talk about what may be happening underneath all of this. Because the biggest question around any future-ready SUV is simple: how does it drive, and what powers it? Honda knows this segment is changing fast. People still want smoothness, quietness, and effortless torque, but they also want efficiency, responsibility, and a sense that their vehicle belongs to the future. That opens the door to multiple possibilities here. A sophisticated hybrid setup would make perfect sense, especially for buyers who want long-distance usability without fully committing to charging infrastructure. But there is also a very real possibility that Honda is preparing this nameplate for a stronger electrified identity, whether that means a plug-in hybrid approach or a fully electric variant in the near horizon. What matters most is not the label on the powertrain, it is the character. This SUV looks like it should deliver instant, calm, confident acceleration. Not frantic, not noisy, not trying too hard. Just that premium wave of torque that makes city driving feel effortless and highway cruising feel expensive in the best possible way. Pair that with an intelligent all-wheel drive system, adaptive suspension tuning, and a chassis set up to balance comfort with control, and suddenly this becomes exactly the kind of SUV people actually want to live with. One that can glide when needed, tighten up when the road gets interesting, and never make the driver feel like they are managing a machine that is too big for daily life. That is another area where this vehicle seems to separate itself from old-school SUVs. Older models often forced you to choose. You could have comfort or confidence, space or style, technology or simplicity. But this next-generation Legend SUV feels like it is aiming for a more complete personality. Something refined enough for executive travel, relaxed enough for family duty, and advanced enough to still feel impressive 3 or 4 years from now. That is a difficult balance to strike, but visually and conceptually, this vehicle appears to understand that mission. Safety is also no longer just about airbags and warning chimes. In a vehicle like this, reassurance comes from invisibility. The best modern safety systems do their job quietly, seamlessly, almost before you notice them. And this is exactly the kind of SUV where you would expect a deeply integrated sensor suite, sharper lane centering behavior, smoother adaptive cruise control, upgraded driver monitoring, high-resolution surround view systems, traffic prediction, and maybe even semi-autonomous capability in the right conditions. Not to replace the driver, but to reduce fatigue, clean up stress, and make everyday travel feel more intelligent. That is the future buyers actually want. Not gimmicks. Confidence. And let's not overlook practicality, because for all the visual drama and premium ambiance, an SUV still has to fit real life. This one looks like it can. The upright body, the long roofline, the wide opening cargo area, and the spacious rear cabin all suggest a vehicle that is ready for weekend luggage, airport runs, family road trips, child seats, business travel, and the little unglamorous things that determine whether a vehicle becomes part of your life or just something you admire from a distance. A truly great luxury SUV makes the everyday feel smoother, quieter, and more organized. This looks like it understands that. Emotionally, this is where the new Legend SUV becomes especially interesting. Because it is not trying to win by being the loudest or the most aggressive. It feels more mature than that. More deliberate. It feels like a vehicle for people who want advanced design and serious technology, but do not need a badge screaming for validation. People who appreciate detail. People who want a premium experience that still feels grounded. People who have outgrown flashy trends but still want something deeply modern. That is a very powerful audience, and honestly, it may be exactly where Honda can surprise the market. Because if this SUV arrives with the right execution, it will not just be another nameplate entering a crowded segment, it will represent something bigger. It will show that Honda is willing to evolve its identity upward, to create something with emotional weight, technological depth, and design confidence all at once. And that is why this vehicle feels so important. Not because it chases the future, but because it seems to understand what the future should actually feel like. Cleaner, smarter, more elegant, more intuitive, The 2026-27 Honda Legend SUV, at least from everything this design and direction suggest, is not here to play the old SUV game. It is here to rewrite the expectations around what a premium Honda can be. It looks like the kind of vehicle that blends sophistication with intelligence, comfort with presence, and innovation with everyday usefulness in a way that feels surprisingly believable. And that might be the most exciting part of all. This does not feel like fantasy. It feels like a glimpse of where the segment is going next. If Honda delivers this vision with the polish it deserves, the Legend SUV could become the model people point to when they talk about the moment mainstream premium design truly stepped into the next era. And if you have been waiting for an SUV that feels less like another product launch and more like a preview of tomorrow, this might be exactly the one worth watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, leave your thoughts below, subscribe to the Car Analyst for more intelligent car breakdowns, and tell me honestly, would you choose this over the usual safe options? Or does this Legend SUV still have something to prove?